Hi, welcome back to the Team Turner YouTube channel. I'm here with my dad, Les Turner, and he has finally bought his dream car.
Been looking for one of these for 40, 50 years and just never had the time, money, or whatever, and determined that it was time. Found one at a decent price in really good shape, and looking forward to giving it a facelift. So should be a lot of fun.
Alright, so what this is a 1957 Chevy 210 sedan. It's basically the same car as a Bel Air, just a little bit stripped down. This is a four-door, a little less sought after, but a little harder to find because they weren't really, I guess, considered special back in the day when they were new. They were just kind of a car. This one, instead of having like a stainless steel panel or anything like that, it actually has a second trim color. Dark green with like a mint green roof and scoop on the side, or scallop. The interior is also color coded, and as you might notice, it's pretty dirty. It's pretty rough. This car has been sitting inside of a barn for over 50 years. It was last plated in 1973, and judging by the way this interior looks, I would believe that. There's really no rust to speak of on the car, just a couple little bubbles. And the biggest thing is it's complete. Every part on this car just about is present and in decent enough shape to restore. Alright, so it's a little rough under the front. Under the hood is all going away. This is a straight six. I don't know what size or anything about it really. Single barrel carb. It is a grease ball. We've tried to start it. The starter, I think, is bad, or the engine is seized. It was not a real in-depth effort, and I think we're going to switch it out. I think the plan is to put an LS in here, either a 5.3 or a 6-liter. Real mild mods, cam, exhaust, and then just have all the amenities: power steering, air, cruise, all the things you could want. I think it'll fit in there real nice. Alright, so as far as damage on the car goes, there's really not very much. Rust is really minimal. This fender really is the worst of it down here. I think we're just going to get a new fender. The rest of the body's solid. There's no real holes, there's no real damage at all. Just some minor dings and dents, nothing crazy. This AM antenna cracks me up because it's like 30 feet tall. But I think we're going to replace it with a power antenna. Even the wipers, all the original chrome wipers and all the trim is still there and in good shape. All the glass is good except the windshield. And then even the mechanisms for the windows and for the doors, I mean, even after sitting, they work. These little wing windows are pretty cool. You crank them and they open up. I mean, everything on this car works the way it should, mechanically anyway. Alright, so being a four-door, it's got back doors and a back seat, plenty of room. I've already had to crawl in behind this back seat to get the trunk latch apart because there's no key for the trunk. There's some critters. It's had some. It's been a home for some animals at one point in time, but being stored indoors, that's part of the deal, I guess. Stored in a barn, you just don't get that sound from a modern car. Here you can see the plate, last registered in 1973. It's also got 1958 Minnesota Centennial stickers. Wheaton Auto Company in Minnesota, AAA Minnesota. These are all vintage stickers from back in the day. It's pretty cool. And I believe you've actually found a replacement for the Centennial one, maybe even the Wheaton Auto one. So we may run those on the car later on. This is currently the trunk latch, and there's some cool pieces in here. I mean, just a new grill piece to replace the damaged one, some hubcaps. So I think we're going to clean it up, obviously, get all the junk out of it, do a custom trunk like we do on the other cars, some electronics, some stereo, a sub, just go through and really kind of modernize the function of it while keeping it looking original on the outside. All right, one of the other cool features that old cars have, they actually cared about style a bit more. So the gas filler is actually hiding behind this panel right here. So you open that up, that's how you would put gas in this car. I love it, and we're going to retain a lot of these old functions like this. All right, so on the interior, as you can see, it's a little dirty. It's been sitting forever, but it's all here. Every piece of trim is present and, you know, in at least restorable shape. It's got shows 6,600 miles. I'm assuming it's 166,000 miles on it, and yeah, it's got heat, vent, defroster. It's got air inside controls. No AC originally because they didn't really, wasn't really a common thing back in the 50s. All the controls still seem to function and click. You know, we don't have any power to them at the moment, but it's all there, and I think I want to keep these originally, aesthetically original as much as possible. We are going to restore the car. We're going to repaint a lot of things and just go through everything and make it his own. My dad personalized, but keep a lot of the original aesthetic of the car. It's definitely a time capsule in here. It's not like anything that's on the road nowadays to sit behind the wheel. It's pretty cool. As far as what we're going to do with this car, here's the plan. He's wanted one of these since as long as I can remember when I was a child. He's always said he wanted one to be original on the outside, but be kind of like the Starship Enterprise on the inside. So I think that's the plan we're going to stick with. We're going to put probably an LS engine or something more modern, fuel injected in it, 5.3, 6 liter, something like that. Probably a 4L80 or some sort of overdrive transmission. Modernize it, but keep the small block Chevy sound and feel. We want it to be reliable, want it to be fast enough to get out of its own way and sound good. It's not a race car, it's not going to be, but want it to be functional and fun. Modernize everything we can, so we're going to be air, cruise, power steering, power brakes, all the stuff that it could possibly want to feel like a modern car driving it. All that's going to fit under the hood, but it's all going to look pretty much stock on the outside with the exception of a wild paint job. We don't know what color that's going to be yet, still deciding. Probably going to keep a two-tone, obviously, like the 57s had, but it's going to be pretty cool. Besides that, all the chrome and all the body parts are going to stay pretty much original. Probably a set of nice wheels, and that's really about all on the outside.
On the inside of the car, we're looking at basically a digital dash, high-end stereo equipment, basically doing a full rewire of everything in the dash, in the trunk, looking at a sub and amplifiers, and really putting a state-of-the-art sound system in it. Again, I've had a few people that I've told over the years, and a few have reminded me that it needs to be a shuttlecraft on the inside. And that's kind of my specialty. That's the type of thing I tend to work with and like to do. So I'm guessing that it's going to be pretty amazing once we get all the pieces together.
All right, we're in the shop tonight, in the garage, working on Dad's 57 Chevy. We managed to get all the seats out, a bunch of the interior gutted, and looking at the floor, there's a bit of surface rust and some felt that still needs to get pulled up, but there is no major serious rust. All of this can be sanded and repainted POR 15 or some sort of insulator coating. There are no serious holes, nothing at all going through the floor. Broke a couple of screws off getting the seats out, which we can get those out. We'll drill them and tap them, that's fine. But overall, very happy with the condition of the floor. This car, just reaffirming that this was a really good buy as far as being solid, good starting point for a project. I've got Mom over here, brave soul, decided that she was going to take the skins off the seats because we're going to store the frames until we get new skins for them. We're going to replace them with something new and fresh. But it's going to be easier to store the frames without the skins on them, so she has taken all the hog rings off of the back seat. So I guess we're going to start taking apart the doors now. We've got window trim, panel, and whatever's internal, all the mechanism and everything else. We're going to take everything apart down to bare metal And that way when we paint the doors, we can paint everything. We can fix any rust that might exist. It'll be a brand new part, brand new everything.
Earthquake in Taiwan happened where tsunamis in southern Japan. I'm like, hey, where are you guys at currently? Because I know they were traveling here and everywhere, but they were up in. It doesn't say it's taped on.
There you go. Everything's just stuck. Okay.
Against the tire well, so.
Seat frames are stripped and ready to go.
This for the back seat.
This is the back seat, back and bottom. We're gonna get new skins for that.
I hope that you're watching. Don't try to stop this. Work until I'm nauseous. Cause I will not quit. No, because I want